Yo, 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 yo. What is good, man? It's your boy Benji, and we are back on Lil Benji TV. Look, just watched probably one of the greater Elimination Chambers to date. This one's going to go down in the history books for a while because, oh my gosh, was it full of surprises. Spoiler alert, you definitely probably already know. Anyways, women's Elimination Chamber match. I was interested to see how this match was going to go. I think a lot of people were predicting that it was going to come down to pretty much Liv or Bianca for who would end up taking that spot. I think Alexa Bliss, shout out to her. I believe that she's been taking a lot of TV time because I honestly kept forgetting she was there. I mean, but I guess it's no fault of hers. She doesn't really have a tie or a story to anybody just yet. Looks like she might have something going on with Roxanne. I think that there's a lot of plug and play that can occur, and obviously there's going to be probably a rekindling with Wyatt Six. But this match got started early. And by early, I mean Jade Cargill made a return to WWE, and in a nice little moment where Liv is freaking out and she's trying to explain to Jade that it wasn't her fault, she had nothing to do with anything, because obviously Jade is all about business. And if we peep, a lot of the coordination coming down to the close was important too, because if you saw Bianca and Naomi, who have been color coordinating for a while, they both had white on. Jade came out in black, as opposed to her normal like chrome or white or whatever. She came out in black. She swerved Liv Morgan and beat the piss out of Naomi. Like, and it was even a crazy spot where, like, she slammed the door in like her head, like just like almost guillotined her. Oh my goodness! So I'm interested to see what that's gonna do. I'm gonna tell you like this, Bianca, you might have got away with this for now, but I can't believe you let Naomi take the fall for you. Anyways, but it was a really good moment. Crazy enough, I feel like there's been a lot of hate circulating Naomi over the last few weeks, and the crowd was literally giving her the nah 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 nah, hey hey hey, goodbye chance while she was getting beat up. I think it's only right that she turns the heel because, man, y'all not showing her no love. But yeah, all in all, really good match. It was entertaining, a lot of near falls, a lot of crazy moments. The girls were pulling off some stunts. They got to get in their bag. We got to see good highlights coming from everybody. I'm not mad at Bianca winning because I've been waiting for a Bianca and Rhea match. Because honestly, I think we've all been believing that Rhea is a little bit stale, but it looks like we might get a hint of a possibility of a triple threat match because Io joining the face-off between Rhea and Bianca. I think it's obvious because I don't think Rhea drops the title. But interestingly enough, there might be a moment that we rekindle beef with Bianca and Rhea. And I would love to see a triple threat match between the three of them at WrestleMania. I think that's good. That's must-see TV. I'm down for that. All in all, good match, man. A good match. Oh, yeah. Bianca and them hair whips. Yo, she gave one to Liv Morgan. That joint was OD. I ain't even gonna lie. It looked like Liv was bleeding, bro. That joint was crazy. Following the Liv match, the Elimination Chamber, the BS Elimination Chamber for the women's match, we got to see Trishy and Tiffany match up against Candice LeRae and Nia. I think it's been, unfortunately, kind of good that Candice LeRae has gotten away from India Hartwell. I know India got to let go, and I mean, best of luck to her as she continues to move forward. But, bro, she's getting a lot of TV time, and I think we've kind of been able to kind of see that, she was really good. So I think that's dope that she's been a little bit more isolated in that manner. And I think that was a slow-cooked heel turn, too, because around this time last year, we were seeing her start to dip her toe into that heel life. Or dip her heel into the heel life, you know what I mean? But it was fun. I mean, it was actually a pretty good match. I mean, a couple nasty spots in there. Look like they beat up on Trish Stratus a little too much. That's hold on now, that woman I mean, she ain't got too much longer for you to be giving her these crazy bumps. I honestly, again, don't know what's going on with Charlotte Flair and Tiffy, because Charlotte is just chilling. And Tiffany Stratton is doing everything but worried about what Charlotte Flair has going on. So I don't know how I feel about this match cook-up leading to WrestleMania. I don't necessarily know how we're going to balance things, but whatever. We also got to see Crazy Owens match up against Sami Zayn. We already knew this match was going to cook. I ain't going to lie, like, we already knew. When Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match up, particularly in Canada, there's no point in you turning the TV off. Like, just lock in. Just know you're going to be in for a show. Them boys won't even really on about the graps. They just came to mess stuff up. I'm not mad at it. I won't lie. The men's Elimination Chamber match kind of had me on the edge of my seat because it was really one where no one really knew what the end all be all would be. I think a lot of people were coming into it believing that Cena was going to be the one to win it, but we haven't seen Cena on TV for the last few weeks. So I was one of the people that was like, yo, who is this dude anyways to not even show up on TV? This dude hasn't done any promos, and if you even peep prior to the matches, if you were watching live, how they kind of showed a lot of the dudes prepping backstage, they never showed John Cena. So he literally had just showed up at the Royal Rumble when his music was announced, and then he showed up here. Granted, I will say a little bit of a difference was we got to see a little more John Cena backstage at the Royal Rumble. This one was straight up, he showed up when the music hit. But I think throughout the match, I was kind of like, okay, I don't know who's going to win. But I think at the early CM Punk kick out, I said, oh yeah, CM Punk definitely got this one in the bag. But we actually got to see John Cena get in that bag. So it was going a little left and right, but I think all in all, this is a really good match because a lot of the callbacks and the animosity that all these guys feel to one another, like everybody got their moment. We had a cool callback to CM Punk and John Cena to the even point where they did a quick team up, got Seth Rollins out the way, and then got to rekindle some of their beef from the past years. Drew McIntyre has beef with everybody, so again, we got to see Drew being overly cocky, overzealous, and allowing his hatred of somebody else to take over and cost him a match. So he was one of the first people pinned, crazy enough, and by our boy D Priest. I think they're gonna run that for WrestleMania too. So I mean, I think it'll be a good match though. I'm just kind of interested to see what the angle will be. Don't know what Logan Paul is gonna do, but he had some good moments too in the match. I mean, he's been generating a lot of heat. The announcers seem to like him though, the commentators. So Seth Rollins again started becoming a Drew McIntyre because he was overly blinded by his hatred to CM Punk, that he would literally got into spat with John Cena about it. He actually lost because he was so focused on the dude. But I wasn't mad at John Cena winning because it was a good match. There was a lot of kickouts, a lot of near falls. It started to cook up. I mean, wasn't too many crazy brutal moments. I didn't think it was going to be. Obviously, I didn't think it was going to be many high flying sequences. I thought that was going to be pretty much left to Logan Paul to do one or two and then call it. I knew it was going to be a grab fest, and that's what we got. I'm not mad at it. They was hooping. There was some funny moments too, I think Drew McIntyre was beating the heck out of Seth Rollins, and we got CM Punk cheering him on, and vice versa. So I mean, there were some moments, man. They really played well because there was a lot of tension between a lot of these guys, and I hated the women's War Game match because they really just acted like them women didn't just have beef for years. In the moment of the show, man, John Cena, he's celebrating. Cody Rhodes comes out. They embrace each other. They shake hands. A good moment. The Rock, music hits. If you smell. And then they mix that up with Fiend. Travis Scott walks out. I'm like, what the heck is Travis Scott doing? That was my first cue. He came out with his championship belt. Came out screaming. But I noticed the aura when The Rock came out. The Rock was no games. No play. And Travis Scott followed that sentiment. So What's going on here? So they get into the ring. The Rock, Cody, they talk. Yeah. I peep Travis Scott get comfortable in the corner. Because like in the movies, like the old Kung Fu movies where like a lot of the dudes, cronies, kind of just get cozy and they just kind of watch it from the back. Like if you try something, it might get like that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You better remember who you're talking to up there. That's kind of how Travis Scott was looking in the cut. He was saging the area down. He just kept looking around like, what you want to do, man? Oh, we got to see it, man. We got to see it. After Cody Rhodes dropped the F-bomb. I couldn't believe it. The Rock hit and John Cena turned. And, bro, I spoke about this in a video, bro. I said the only way it would make sense that for somebody like this to do it would be somebody who was in the chase, somebody who was in the pursuit, somebody who needed the belt, somebody who needed the top spot, somebody who's needed to grow. So I think that we can make a connection to, hey man, after these dudes fought in WrestleMania, they would put the little birdie in his ear. For a way for them to transcend out of wrestling into movies and entertainment world, and for him to continue to his success, he had to pay his dues to The Rock. And now, if you want to come back to the WWE and just think you're just gonna show up and win championships and get opportunities and just skip your way to the front of the line, little brother, you better remember who run things around here. And The Rock helped him out because we all mentioned that it didn't make sense. A lot of y'all just said, "F it, he's John Cena, it doesn't matter." But guys, it all matters. Everything has a purpose. Who is this guy that he can just show up, aside from the fact that he's John Cena, and skip the line and do whatever he wants to do? We threw fits over that last year when The Rock tried to show up and Debo his way into a position with Roman Reigns. Y'all said, nah. You haven't been here. You can't do that. But I was interested to see why there was no pushback for John Cena doing the exact same thing. Even some of the superstars mentioned that on SmackDown and Raw. This dude just jumped ahead. Got himself an opportunity. And now he's headed to WrestleMania. And plenty of people have done nothing. I said, But the whole, I need your soul for the riches and all that stuff like that, I didn't quite understand it. But I get it. Because we can maybe make some, like I said, connection to John Cena and say, hey, maybe the way you've grown outside of the wrestling world is due to The Rock. Or since you want to grow in the wrestling world, you got to check in with The Rock. I think we're all excited for what John Cena could become. I think it's the only one that would make sense on the roster to do something like this for, other than Tozawa. John Cena's got limited time. He's got a finite amount of time. I'm not trying to come do this house show stuff. I'm not trying to come to every episode of Raw. I'm trying to come to every episode of SmackDown. I'm showing up, showing out. I'm getting what I deserve. Let me collect the check. We gone. All in all, good show. Looks like we might get some more Travis Scott appearances. Toronto was lit. I'm excited to see what we're going to see when it comes to John Cena. Because now everything's starting to add up. Everything's starting to have purpose. Cody Rhodes getting whooped. Now WrestleMania season's around the corner. I'm excited. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. We had another return too. After Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were just going at it, and Kevin Owens snapped, started beating the heck out of him even more. There was even a barbed wire chair. Randy Orton returned, which I think a lot of people were slightly expecting. Came back, hit an RKO, and he almost hit the punt kick, bro. But they got Kevin Owens out of the ring. So it looks like we're probably going to get them running the back, which I actually think they had good matches. Kevin Owens is he's had some good matches, bro. But looks like they're going to run it back in WrestleMania. Maybe we'll get Sami Zayn. I don't really know. But I'm excited for what that might become. I think for what we might see WrestleMania is a couple triple threat matches. I'm excited, so. All in all, good show.